Hi, God. Thanks for the shine. Hello, people. I'm one of the people. Let's hang out, man. Okay. So check this out, man. It's morning time. It's day one. And then this is what we're doing right now. We're just having a sip of our water, our apple cider vinegar, and our nitric oxide with vitamin C added to it, man. So go ahead and take a sip, man, because we're getting ready to chill and have a recap. Yeah, I like that bang, man. Okay, bang and tang. I put it together. Tang and bite, I put it together to get bang, okay? Check this out though right here. You see that? Boom. Okay, so we got a new bit right now. And this is just going to be fun because, you know, we're just going to recap. We're going to recap what we did yesterday, right? So this is what you would call news. This is just our journal, essentially, okay? So check this out. It says jump off bit, okay? Christ is my leader. That's a fact. I am his servant. That's another fact, okay? And then we got, this is for the death or life, choose one, okay? Sin, death, end, right? Right, life, eternal, right? Those are the two choices that we get in this realm. It's either you choose death and then death is to end, right? You know, or you choose life and life is eternal, okay? You know, okay, so here we go. God's love story, go, right? Rest for the weary, right? This is coming from Matthew 11:30, all right? King James Version, that's what's up. All right, here we go. Maxim of God 30. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light, man. That's the one that sets me off quite a bit, right? Because, you know, I'm gonna pull this together to show you, right? Because yoke is to join, right? That's what yoke means. It means to join, okay? It's also what associate means, right? To associate means to join too, right? And that's also what follow means, okay? So follow means to join too. And then Christ told us to follow him, okay? He said, follow me. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light, man. That's a fact, okay? Check out what burden is. Burden is a load, okay? That's something that you have to carry. That which is born, right? B-H-E-R, which means to carry, right? Or to bear children, right? You know, so when you got that burden, that's just whatever it is that you're carrying, man. You know, so if you got a easy yoke, right? You know, which means to join is super easy. And then you got a light burden, man. I don't know. To me, that just sounds much more chill than what you have in this world, in this flesh world, man, or this material world, okay? All right, here we go. Let's hop on to this bit right here. It says quest, right? Soul hunter. Remember that. Chase game. Okay, serve others, love, associate, all right? Public notice, interest group, inherent rights. So this is what we were doing yesterday. Is that we were during our walk, because we took the girls for a walk, you know, it's like we have it in our mission is that we test spirit. And in the way that we test spirit is that when we see a man or a woman in the neighborhood, right, we approach them and then we ask them questions, okay? That's just what we do, okay? So check this out. This is what was going on, right? So we had a question, and then the question is always stemming from this right here. Are you happy with your government? Yes or no? We want your answer, okay? You know, so that's the mind frame that I'm always in when I'm going and I'm looking at the people, right? And I'm just like, I wonder if they're happy with their government. Let's go see what they have to say, right? You know, so then we go ahead and then we just walk up to them and we're like, hey, man, what's up, right? And then we start a conversation. Right, you know, so this is what we did. We contacted two men during our walk yesterday, right? And then we asked them if they went or if they want the neighborhood to stay the same, or do you want high density housing, okay? You know, so that's the game that's going on right now in the area that we're in, is that the public servants have proposed high density housing for this neighborhood, and this neighborhood is full of families, right? You know, it's just super chill, right? You know, so it's just got like, it has space, right? It has space, you know. So now what they wish to do is they wish to put in high density housing. They just wish to do that in all the cities because they're just trying to compress everyone together, man. They want to make it look like the Fifth Element, right? You know, I'll put up an image of the Fifth Element so you can see what's up with that, right? You know, it's just they want people to be on top of each other, right? And then it's just not cool, right? You know, it's just it feels like a big dormitory, okay? It's also like what the military does with the barracks, all right? That's sort of kind of like what our public servants are trying to do with the people's property, man. You know, and that's a no-no to me. Okay, so this is what we got from the men, man. Okay, so check this out. One man said, stay the same, but our politicians don't listen. And I'm just like, okay, you know, check, right? The second man said, you can fight, but in the end, developers win, right? So he just like gave up, so then we ask, do you wish to do something about it, right? So we have skills to share, right? And then one man said, meh, send me the presentation. And then the second man said, I'll email you, right? So it was just funny, right? It's just like, okay, so this is how we test the spirit, right? It's that we like to walk, and then we like to talk, and then we like to help people, right? So what we do is that we like to serve people by educating the people and then showing them what the state's constitution says, right? Because then we can send notice to this is just what we've been doing for like the past 2 years, since the Rona, right? Since the whole coronavirus started, we met up with a man named David Jose, who taught us some skills, right? He taught us how to write notice. He taught us how to write affidavit. He taught us where the law came from. And then when we found out that all the law comes from here, right? King James Version, Holy Bible, right? All law comes from the Bible, right? And then you can test it, right? And then you can match it up and you can say, here's the Bible. Here's the trust document that God has written for his people, right? Here's the state's constitution. Here's what everything says. Look at what the preamble says. Who are we grateful to? God. Okay. So the people are grateful to God, and then we establish and then we create a constitution, and then all of our public servants operate in that constitution, right? But then once the public servants go in and into whatever position that we, the people, have created for them, they just go off on the deep end. And then the reason being is because most people don't know how to operate the state's constitution. And then we're finding that out because the men are like, they just don't have that, it's like the dude was out there and he was raking his yard and he was doing the work, right? But he was just like, he just looked so defeated, man. And then we're just like, wow, I mean, do you not like, they're your servants. Like, do you not understand that our political people are the people's servants, man? It's just like if the boss is coming into the job and then the employees are just running amok and then, they're telling the boss, man, you can't do nothing, right? It's just like, well, what are you talking about? It's like, I don't do that to God. I don't go and I don't tell God, you can't do anything. I run this stuff, right? I don't talk to God like that, man. I know that is a no-no. I can't do that. I can't talk to the creator like that, right? So why is it that the people who are the creators of government believe and feel that the government entities that they created can talk to them like that, man? They can just tell them, once they get in office, you're going to go ahead and do whatever it is that we say that we need to do for you. You're going into high density housing. We're going to increase your taxes, right? We're going to take more money from you. You can't have this and you can't have that. It's like, yo, who do these people think they are? And the people that vote for them, that put them in that position, don't know their power, man. They don't know this right here. Check this out. Right. Prop time. They don't know, the men don't know that they're kings and the women don't know that they're queens. And when you put the kings and queens together, they're called the people, man. And they don't know that when they create a public servant, right? A public servant is a servant of the people. A politician, a servant of the people. Any entity that's created under the jurisdiction of the Constitution is a servant of the people. Anything that's called a person is a servant of the people, okay? And then once the people get that in their head, they're going to be cool, man. They're going to be cool, so cool, right? But, it's like right now you're going to get a lot of this, man, because dudes, they were like, I don't see you. I'm not seeing what you're saying right now, man. Just go ahead and send me the presentation. I may look at it. I may not. But I've just given up, man. They're just like what Loki does. Loki likes to roll on her belly and get her belly rubbed, right? But, that's just a submissive role, so that was it, man. That was it. How we doing on time? We're cool on time. That was it for the quest yesterday, because when we try to look for people who are interested in this interest group, right, of your inherent rights, it's like you have rights, God-given rights, even though you might not know that, right? Because a lot of people don't believe in God. Why? Because of the public education. We're gonna fix that too, right? But it's just like, yo, we can fix all of the problems. Period. The end, man. When we unite together and when we consult for the common good, every people, every man, every woman, you guys are going to be set, right? But until then, you guys are just going to live in that fear, right? Because it is what you choose. You choose that sin and you choose that death, and that death is end, man. Because when you have that outlook, like you can't do anything about it, that's sin. You're missing the mark completely, man. So that's it on that bit. What else did we do? Oh yeah, also, the real estate bits. One property PMA completed, done. So that's done. So now we have the images that we can send out to people. We're also going to be able to print them out, and then we're going to be able to post them in all sorts of places, because in that way we can help people move property, right? We can help people move property, right? Or get property, right? That's going to be a fun game, man. We're going to see what's up with that. Like we send information to our friends right now. Like we have one friend, right? And then we try to send him information because he's what you would call a real estate agent, right? So he falls under the jurisdiction of the government. All real estate agents, they're creatures of the government, right? So that's why they have a license, right? Remember, anybody who has a license is a creature of the government, right? Which means the government is their boss, right? And we, the people, are outside of that jurisdiction, and we oversee. This is what we do. Here goes that bishop, right? So we oversee right here. We oversee the creatures of the government, right? So this is what the people do, is we oversee the creatures of the government, right? And most people don't know that, right? Because they've just been walking in that government land for so long. That's all they know, man. It's like, does a fish know it's in water? Right? So we're done with that, right? So we got the real estate bits done. And then now this is it, right? All we do now is serve and test spirits, right? That's it, man. So we got our knowledge bit, right? Our knowledge is coming with the Constitution and then the Holy Bible, basically the Holy Bible, then the Constitution, then you teach the people, right? You teach the people how to be free, right? And that's how we're going to test the spirit all day, every day, man. That's what's up. Okay, so we just want to say this. Thank you, Father. Thank you for the knowledge, right? Thank you, Christ. Thank you for saving us, okay? Thank you, Holy Ghost. Thank you for the blow, right? We love your flow. That's like our closeout, man, because we're so thankful, for everything that we have right now, man. It's just so cool. So, I guess that's it, man. We're done with our bit, so that's our jump off bit, because, Christ is my leader and I'm just his servant, man. And I follow, right? Because I'm trying to be right, right? I'm trying to be right because I want that life, and I want that life to be eternal, right? And I want others to come with us. All right. So we're going to put this together. We're going to upload it. We're going to see how it flows. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.